Here's the pink Estaz Stonefly. Only a few materials on it. Let's get started on this one. Base of black thread. I'm going to wrap that towards the back of the hook. First material up is the biots. Take these. I'll just cut off two of them. Actually, I just ripped them off, and now I'm just going to cut the end so they're even and not attached to each other. Now, sometimes they have a little little curvature to them. These are pretty straight, but I know they were on this way, so the curve often goes towards the rest of the material. So I'm going to take one of these and just turn it over for the back side. Bring it in here. Get that locked in place. Take the other one, match up the length. Get that locked in. And just wrap these tail ends forward and then kind of pinch them down real good here so they're kind of flat. When I get back here, I'm going to tie in this plastic. Actually, I'm going to bring this forward again here. The reason I'm going to do that is because I don't want it to bulge up in the back where I tie it in. So by tying it all the way through here, it's going to allow it to be wrapped over itself the entire length of the hook, and we should get a more even looking body than if we just wrapped it and started in the back. I've got a lot of this on here, so I've got to bring the whole section through here. It's going to try to roll on me a little, see if I can control it with my fingers. I'll get a couple other wraps ahead of it. And we just roll this forward over the hook until it gets all the way up to the front there. Bring it up, wrap by wrap. Like I said, I left a whole big piece of this on there, so I've got to be careful around that bobbin. It just likes to tangle up. So now from here, we're going to lock that in place with a couple of thread wraps. A couple more tighter ones. Now I should be able to come in here and snip off that extra. I'm going to leave a little tag end because I want to be able to tighten that down real good there against the hook. It's a little longer than I want, so I'm going to just trim that ribbing up a little bit more and get that locked in place. Next, we're going to take this wing casing, this material, peeled it back from the paper backing. It's not sticky, but it's on that paper. So now I'm going to trim this up. Just get a small thin section here. And bring that in right here in the back. Tie that down. Now we bring in the pink Estaz. And lock that in place. Couple of wraps, then bring it forward. Now with this, you don't need too much of this. So I'm just going to do, what's that, 1, 2, probably a third wrap like that. Then lock it in place. Cut off the extra. Couple of wraps. Now bring that wing casing over and tie that down. Do a quick half hitch here, just so it doesn't unwind on me. Sometimes at the front of the hook, you know, it might do that. Come in and trim up that wet wing casing. Now with that, I'm going to come back in and just use my fingers to hold that material back. Try to just get a little bit nicer head on that. Finish it up with a whip finish. And there's the pink Estaz Stonefly. If you want, at this point, you could take a bodkin. Thought I had mine on the desk here. There it is. And you can just kind of pry out some of these fibers that are kind of tucked in on itself. Give it a little bit more fluff and flare right there. Pink Estaz Stonefly.